Hello everyone, welcome to Healing Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Aquarius. How are you guys this week? Let's see what's going on for Aquarius. Three of coins. Ooh, some of you are going to spend time with someone. Reason to celebrate, doing things together, maybe at someone's home. Yeah, it's definitely a strong financial foundation. Shaw of Staffs, King of Wands. Yeah, somebody wants to spend time with you. They seek, there's cooperation, compromise, compatibility. What else am I seeing? I mean, this is a person who generally knows what they want. Feel they have a stable foundation or a home. Yeah, Six of Wands. This is someone here who's definitely very goal-oriented. It's what they hope to achieve. So definitely there's this acknowledgement of achievement. But this is an energy of someone who's definitely takes pride in everything they do. Their pride could be getting in the way a little bit, but they are goal-oriented. They want to achieve something. They want to spend time with you. Yeah, so someone here's making a decision, out with the old, in with the new. It could be someone who's broke free from a situation, taken some time to heal. See, there's transformation. So it's somebody who's definitely breaking free from something. Yeah, but they're letting go of their ego more than anything, their pride, yeah. See a little Sag energy, someone taking a step back. See, it's a healing, a little time. Out with the old, in with the new. And this is somebody here who's has taken that step back, as someone who makes decisions when they're calm. So this is someone seeing things in a different light, feeling different. You're probably a little different than the usual type, but there's something just right here with this person. Maybe you're both, goal-oriented. Yeah, they want to build a foundation. This is somebody here. And they are somebody who can provide. I mean, they can provide a home. Maybe you provide for yourself, so this person feels they don't really didn't have anything to provide, but it's their pride and ego probably that's held them back. Yeah, they've taken the time out to heal. This is someone who's been doing some thinking. So there's definitely a healing. This is someone definitely getting out of their head. They've been doing some thinking. They're definitely, wanting to cooperate, compromise, the compatibility, the things that you two have in common. Yeah, look at the cup. This is someone ready for a fresh new start. Their cup runneth over. Oh my gosh. Look at that. You're about to receive the Empress energy. This is the start of something new. This is someone ready to start something new. This is someone who needed time to heal. Probably time alone. And I do think their pride and ego held them back, but they're letting it go. So interesting. This is someone clearing things out, clearing things up. Yeah. Tell me about the Three of Coins. Yeah, they want to spend time with you and do things with you. You're both, there's things you have in common, compatibility. But this is the start of new, where they actually come forward. They'll cooperate, they'll compromise. Yeah, see, spending time doing things together. I mean, it's like you both want the same thing. Someone to do stuff with, to spend time with. Excuse me. Shaw of Staffs. Yeah. Definitely a very nice energy. You're both willing to cooperate and compromise, but it's an energy of uplifting, building each other up. Definitely a partnership energy, teaming up. Maybe helping each other out, teamwork, but I do see a lovely connection. Look at that. Ooh, this is somebody definitely thinking long term. This person is stable. I feel like you both are. I really feel this is somebody here. Definitely they take pride in what they do. They could be a business owner, but excuse me, this is definitely about coming together. Two people who are together through thick and thin. So I do think there's going to be a conversation. I do think you're going to see eye to eye here. I don't think there's going to be, it's almost like you're just a good fit where there's not a lot of compromising that has to take place. It's more like just spending time together, getting to know each other and, discovering the things you have in common. So nice. Yeah, you got this person here definitely determined to succeed. They're not ruled by their emotions, and neither is the Empress. But this is sheer determination to succeed. Yeah, this is someone who's coming in. They are a natural born leader, so it's about letting them take the lead. If you took the lead and you're the feminine to begin with and you reached out to this person and tried to connect, maybe they felt something was a little off here, maybe a little taken aback, because I do see a very masculine energy. So I feel it's about letting them take the lead, because then they really want this, for starters. Yeah, you can see manifesting. There's desire. And I do see communication, little Mercury retrograde energy too. They may have that in their chart, some Gemini energy. But this is someone manifesting what they desire. They're determined to succeed. So there's the cup, or the pentacle in the cup. Planting the seed, and then comes the emotion. So I feel this is someone who probably won't show a lot of emotion at first, but there's definitely a lot of desire to partner up here. I feel like you're manifesting and maybe mirroring a little. It's like you both want the same thing, and you are willing to cooperate and compromise, but I feel like you're going to be building each other up. It's what the two of you can do together, what you can accomplish together. See the goals, the things that you can achieve. So look at that emotional fulfillment. This is the best reading this week so far, Aquarius, but it's about you being open if you are the feminine. Now you could be the masculine in this energy, quite honestly. There could be a masculine here, somebody who's very masculine, very much a leader, a natural born leader. They like to take the lead. And one thing when someone takes the lead, then there's that desire to build. So this is definitely somebody who plans, prepares, they're hoping for the best. But it's what you two can achieve together. I do think you could be very happy here. I see happy home, happy life. Someone here is definitely seeing the bigger picture. So look at this lovely energy. Let's have a look at the Empress. I feel the feminine may have started this and reached out. Hey, do you want to do something? Do you want to get together? Yeah, because I feel it. Someone felt something is off, but now that this person's had some time out to heal, I mean, they could... Obviously, this is someone who maybe wasn't ready, but this is often just someone clearing things up, clearing things out. They're laying in bed at night here and they're looking at this. There's definitely a lot of desire. I wouldn't say a lot of fantasizing or romantic energy at first, but I feel this is a situation coming to fruition. Yeah, see, there's the star. Beautiful, there you are. Yeah. I feel this is where you just know something is meant to be. Yeah, I feel like you're releasing. It's saying to let go of your pride too. Let this person know you're open, because I do think both of you have the pride. See, you can provide something as well. You bring something to the table. So it's an energy of kind of, this person is, I'm going to tell you, they are a provider. They are. But I do think it's what you can achieve. And I do see this healing energy, letting go of your own ego and pride. Planning, preparing, hoping for the best. See? Preparations underway here. Definitely this person's coming in feeling very positive. But the star is letting go of anything that no longer serves, and that's pride. Or ego, not pride. It's good to have some pride, absolutely, but it's more like ego. So maybe they have an ego, but we'll see. I'm going to keep going because I feel there's more to this than meets the eye, but it's about the feelings being mutual. See, mutual feel. Even if this is somebody who took a step back because they felt something was off, this is somebody who now knows because their things have calmed down. They're making a decision when they're calm. You see, they now see the bigger picture. There's a beautiful opportunity here, for happiness. So this person's definitely the energy of the feelings mutual. Maybe you're both waiting for the other person. If this started with the feminine energy reaching out to this person, maybe they're waiting for you to come in and do it. Because it is also someone letting go of control. Yeah. But I feel it's saying to let go of control too. It's just release it. It doesn't serve. But I really feel this is someone, they see you. You know your worth and your value. So I do think that you probably took the lead, but I feel like at some point you knew to kind of just back off and let go. Because I do think this is someone who needed a time out, possibly to heal. I mean, this is a big decision. I feel this is someone who, and you probably knew that. If you didn't know it, you likely know now. But it is an energy of clearing things out with the old, in with the new, and this inner transformation where they've gone through this energy of releasing. I mean, it could be where this is someone who needed to let go of control too. So there's this interesting energy. Yeah, but there's desire to manifest. Tell me more about the magician energy. The magician energy. Yeah, so someone's soul searching and looking for clues. They've gone within. They're looking for answers. They've been spending some time alone. So they've kind of put on the brakes here. But it's all the soul searching and the path they've been on, what they hope to achieve. See, they see the desire to manifest. Yeah. This person has skills. I feel like you both have skills, like you both bring something to the table. But I do think this is someone who's pretty handy. They have a lot of skills. They're very capable. So they also see that side too, what you can provide for each other. So I feel this is somebody pretty interesting here. Yeah, they're definitely an energy of a little pause, kind of just looking at things from a whole different perspective. I mean, this could be just two people who've been checking each other out. But it's this person's path. They're looking for answers. I mean, it could even be the feminine energy here, looking for answers, taking a pause, just looking at things in from a different way. But I do think this is somebody who's definitely wanting to get something going here. And it is about them taking the lead, because that's where I feel like if you took the lead in the beginning, maybe they're waiting for you to do that again. That's what it kind of feels like. But I do think they're looking at this different too. And I think they're putting the shoe on the other foot too. So I do feel there's a level of maturity here. Anybody who takes a pause and puts the shoe on the other foot to think about how the other person feels is often definitely ready. So it could be somebody who maybe had a situation that wasn't successful in the past because of control. Yeah, interesting. Hanged Man. Yeah, see, this is an energy of things calming down. So somebody definitely dealt with something. There's this time in between things calming down. But this is someone applying lessons they've learned. See, they've been soul searching here. I think this is someone who maybe had a bit of a controlling nature. And they may have had a relationship that wasn't long-term or wasn't successful because of it. Because they're looking for why as well. And it could be someone here who's like, if you're the one who took the lead, where they take a pause, they may be looking, oh, well, what is it you hope to achieve? What it is you wanted? You see, so there's a lot this person's kind of thinking at here. But I think this is someone acknowledging the skills, what you bring to the table. I feel both of you both bring something to the table. You both have something to offer the other person so that you can build upon that. And I do feel there's a lot of skills. I feel this person has skills. They're handy. They're very capable. You know, they're kind of maybe a jack of all trades kind of energy, but there's a lot of skills here. Yeah, see, you could both do something and help each other kind of energy is what it feels like. They're definitely in their feels. See, this is someone who's been thinking too. See, they're all up in their feels now. They are somebody looking at how they would feel. They are quite kind and compassionate, but see, it's about putting themselves out there. This is someone I feel who generally doesn't put themselves out there that way. I have to be honest. I really feel this is something that, it's all about trying to stay in control of their emotions. If they feel they're losing control, they often put on the brakes and take a little pause. Yeah. Let this person take the lead, because then you know they're confident about feelings, and I feel they are. Yeah, they're definitely in that. But you can see this is someone trying to avoid a disaster. It wouldn't be somebody who had a relationship that didn't go well. So it's all about that avoiding things. Yeah, but it's an energy of calming down, moving into calmer waters. So this is, again, someone who makes decisions when they're calm. There's a little Sag energy in here. Yeah. Very interesting, yeah. See, they're manifesting. There's desire. They find you attractive, and probably vice versa. Yeah. I know this is someone who needs to learn to love themselves first. I do think there's, this letting go of control, but finding that balance. Everything's about balance in tarot. I mean, sometimes you have to take control. You have to take the lead, but you have to do it in a balanced manner. Yeah, there's definitely desire, a spark. I mean, this is someone, it's the flame is burning, passion's being ignited here. But I do think this is someone who generally is quite confident. Yeah, see, it's the cup. You're going to give each other this cup. This is where it requires both people to fill each other's cup, give each other what they need. You're going to get a lot of attention from this person too. And it could be this is someone who dealt with someone where they maybe didn't give them enough attention. So they're looking at the path they were on. This is definitely the spark, the desire. I mean, it's the passions being ignited. This is a new beginning. Very nice. Tell me more about the King of Cups. Tell me more about this person's energy. Yeah, they can be very generous. Definitely it's an energy of, see, I feel some of you aren't feeding this person's ego, but it's also both people. See, feeding each other's ego, stroking each other's ego. But yeah, it is a person who can be quite generous. And I do think this is someone who maybe wasn't generous with their time or energy with someone here. See, it's an energy of showering abundance. See, they're seeing all this energy. So if you started it, you reached out. I feel this is somebody who was maybe a little worried someone was trying to take advantage of them. It's possible this is someone who had that happen. But yeah, you know what I like? I'm not seeing the swords out for this person, because it is an energy. They may have some Libra in their chart or Gemini. See, the swords often come out with someone who's been taken advantage of. Yeah, very interesting. But I mean, the desire to manifest, the torch is already lit. The torch is lit. Yeah, you can see this is someone reflecting on the past. See, it's about reflecting on the past, leaving something behind and moving forward. This person's generally not afraid of taking a risk. So I do see Aries energy. I mean, I see Scorpio energy. Yeah. Aries, Leo, Sag. Maybe a little Scorpio for some of you. This person's definitely, I mean, I do feel this is someone reflecting. One last look over their shoulder. They're coming in. But if you're the person who took the risk, maybe they're thinking that you're going to do that again. So they're kind of soul searching that, because they are someone who is definitely looking before they leap, but they're not usually not afraid of a risk. And I think they're going to go for it. Yeah. Yeah. They seek confirmation coming in right. So I wonder if you're the person who reached out, hey, do you want to get together? Do you want to do something? And this person's like, whoa, wait a minute. What does this person hope to achieve? What do they want? Are they just interested because I can provide something? But the interesting thing is they're looking at this in a couple different ways, and I like that. See, that's what I like about air signs, is they often will look at things in a couple different ways. Yeah, it's maybe a little indecisive, but it's all about gaining clarity. So very interesting energy. I feel this is somebody who definitely, yeah, see, it's somebody who's maybe between two worlds. It's possible someone's healed. They had maybe come apart from someone. So, but it's about taking it to the next level. So some of you could be at this point where it's time to take it to the next level. But it's about the two of you coming together. It's definitely a big decision, life path choice decision. Some of you are waiting. I see the Empress now waiting. So it is the start of something new, but it's about them having to start it. I think this is someone looking at how it all started, how everything's played out. if you are at that point of taking it to the next level. Because I do think this is someone thinking about the physical attraction, that level. And it has to do with committing, making a commitment. This is a person who will commit. They are not a non-committal person. There's no fear of commitment here. In fact, I feel that this person likes commitment. Doesn't mean you're going to get married, but it's about going down that path, learning about each other and spending time. See, it's all about learning. I mean, it could be just where you're just getting acquainted, or for that matter, because of someone putting on the brakes. Some of you, it's getting reacquainted. But it's more like, learning about each other and just moving forward calmly and peacefully, spending time together. Very nice. One more on the star. So now's the time, Aquarius, to release anything that no longer serves. If you have a choice and there's somebody here you feel isn't right, it feels off, trust your intuition. But I think everything's just right. I do. I think the two people here, I think you can connect with this person. Tell me about the star. The star. Yeah, putting in effort, building. Yeah, I do see a single person, someone who's independent, but it's about putting in effort. I also see someone putting in effort towards their appearance, maybe changing their look. It's an energy of kind of preparing on its own, isn't it? But I do see a person single, independent, focusing on work. If some of you had been in the energy of you just want to be single, you may be throwing that out with the wash, because I do think this is somebody who wants to build with you. I definitely see working, building, putting in effort. I do think this is someone who might feel like you're a little out of their league, or vice versa. Okay, they're all insecurities. Release it and let it go. You are enough. You're good enough the way you are. I feel like you can just be yourself with this person. I really do. I feel like it's saying things are about to get real. Just be real. Be you. Don't be afraid to show the real you. Empress energy. So some of you have gone through this energy with the Empress energy because you are releasing things you don't need. Yeah. A lot of focus on work and building, but it's definitely an energy of someone's high standards. So it could be someone here who maybe feels, or someone's first impression, that you have very high standards. Maybe they feel at some point here that they couldn't, provide for you what you wanted. That you have high standards. And it's okay to have high standards. Know your worth and value. But again, that's also balance. So they might feel like you're a little out of their league, or just the situation's out of reach. But I don't think it is, because I feel this is a test. They're going to reach out to see if you reciprocate. And I think the feelings are mutual. Just be yourselves. As I feel, if you just be yourself, show the world the real you, okay? That's where I feel then when somebody wants to be with you and spend time with you, when you've shown them who you are, Empress or not, I feel that this could work out quite well. Yeah, see, someone who lives alone. See, this is somebody who's kind of used to providing. Now, often you get with the King of Cups, and I wondered if this was going to show up. It's confirmed. This is someone who generally, they can provide a home, but I feel some of you have a home. Those of you who don't, they can provide a home. They're a provider, but this is someone who needs to be needed. So I almost wonder if this is where somebody just felt that, well, you didn't really, you don't really need me, to provide anything. You have everything you need, but they need to be needed. So let this person know that you're needed, that they're needed, because they're one of those people. They are somebody kind, compassionate. They can be generous. They have been taken advantage of before. I do think this person is someone who provides. I do think they can be very generous. I do think they need to be more generous with their emotions, because I do feel they've gone through healing and, a learning process from past situations. But they are definitely somebody who wants a partner, someone who's there through thick and thin. They are very, very, and it's about being supportive of the other person so they can achieve their goals. But this person really sees what you can achieve together. See, this is somebody who kind of felt, well, this person doesn't really need me, because I do think this is someone who gets into situations because people need them. And I think it makes them feel good. Maybe it builds their ego a bit. I don't know. But some people are just like that. And I think this is one of those masculines who's that way. They need to know somebody needs them. Maybe it's what drives this person. And I feel maybe it is what drives them to be a good provider. But I think this person's now seeing things different. It's about what they can also gain from this. Yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, see, they see someone who's gracious and grounded, see a comfortable home, someone who can make their home comfortable. See, this is where two people come together. One person's really good at some things, the other person's better at other things. So you let each other control the things that you're the best at, and you let go of the control. So this person's really thinking things through. They've really been pinned down by their thoughts. They've done a lot of thinking. I wouldn't be surprised this is someone clearing things out of their home from their past. They're definitely letting go of pride and ego, because they're seeing it all differently, and they see you differently. And I do think you're different than the usual type. You take care of yourself. Some of you have an energy of independence. Yeah, but they see you as a partner too. That's the interesting thing. You are a little different, I think, than their usual type. But, I mean, this is often where, it's about whether you're actually interested. Maybe at some point here you were being a little aloof, because I feel like some of you have been kind of planning, preparing, thinking you're just going to be single. Maybe you have goals. You want to buy your own home if you don't have one. But it's what you can do together. So this is an energy of letting go of that energy, of letting know this person that you're interested. I think they're pushing through all this energy, to be honest, because I do think they are determined to reach out and communicate. I think we got two people here who I think are quite suited in a lot of ways. Look at that. See, into me I see. Someone's going within, and that's good. That's what you want, is the person to go within, because once somebody goes within, once they go within, this is a person who's starting to feel confident. They want to build. They want this to be successful. They want to put in the effort. It's worth the work. But I do see someone who has goals. Some of you are goal-oriented. You have things you still want to achieve. So it's about whether this person will hold you back from achieving these things. I don't think so. I think they'll build you up and help you achieve. In fact, I think you'll help each other. I feel like you both have skills. You both, like I say, one person's really good at one thing, the other person's good at others, and you let go of control. You control the things you're good at in this relationship, and then leave the rest up together. Other than that, you just work together to accomplish things. I feel there's just a lot of accomplishment here, and I do think we have two people who are going to connect. This definitely could lead to marriage and commitment. But it's about harmony and balance between you. This is someone who, I feel some of you already know this person, obviously. I feel like you've already maybe spent time with them. If you don't know, this is what's coming in. Okay? So it's about preparing. See, it's about getting prepared. Yeah. I feel like you kind of are. But I see someone preparing to be single, like they feel, the ship has sailed. Maybe you've had some relationships that never go anywhere. But this person is definitely determined here. Yeah. I say, trust your intuition. Something is just right here. Yeah. I feel at first somebody feels something is a little off, because maybe you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. No, the Queen of Pentacles is sometimes a person who's private. They often don't share a lot about themselves to people until they spend some time with them and they feel comfortable, because it's about being comfortable. See, it's about feeling like home. And I do think it's an energy where you're going to make this person feel comfortable. I think you're good at that. Especially if you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your chart. But some people just take on these energies. Yeah, this really could go somewhere. This is not somebody who moves super slow. Maybe you want to take things a little slower, maybe friends first till you get comfortable before you take it to the next level. Definitely they'll compromise. They're not going to run away. I do feel it is a friends first situation. And some of you have had relationships or situations that didn't go anywhere. They weren't successful because people's pride got in the way, because they feel that you're not interested in them if they don't want to, you know, jump from the frying pan into the fire and spend the night together right away. This is someone who wants to, you know, private. See, and it's about the two of you keeping things to yourself. What goes on between you stays between you. I actually think you'll be in agreement and see eye to eye on a lot of things here. This is not somebody who wants to, they'll put it this way, they'll cooperate and compromise. They want to just be with you and spend time with you. That's what I feel. So know your worth. It's making you very desirable. This is someone who probably gets chased. Maybe both of you, I don't know, but it's definitely a person who's been chased. Yeah. Pretty interesting. You're not chasing, that's for sure. And it isn't, just to be clear, when people say chase, if you reach out, if you are the feminine energy and you know, you have a lot of abundance here, there is nothing wrong with reaching out, going, hey, do you want to get together and do something? Just communicate clearly, you know, maybe just as friends, but, you know, let's just connect. Let's go talk. Let's do something, you know, and I feel that's kind of how something started here. But when the Empress does that, it's because they're hoping to achieve something. So very interesting energy, yeah, but it's all about the two of you coming together before you take it to the next level. Friends, see, I feel that some of you have had a situation where you've been there, done that with people too, who rush in and rush to the, you know, into taking it to the next level. And then once the other person gets what they want, or if they don't get what they want, they go get it somewhere else. So this is where you know, and you can be confident that this person's actually looking for a partnership where they're content to be friends first. They want, in fact, I feel this person wants to be. I think you're going to see eye to eye on that because they've been there, done that too. See, jumping from the frying pan into the fire a little bit too quickly. So pretty interesting. I feel there's definitely Aquarius, I definitely feel some of you have been single for a while. You live alone. You have what you need. You've worked hard maybe to get where you're at. Or this is something you still want to achieve. Sometimes people have goals, things they really are determined to achieve. And I do think you have determination. But I do think you and this person definitely are suited. It's just, like I say, the cooperation and compromise. And some of you, I don't even think there's going to be a lot of cooperation compromise. I feel like you complement each other. I feel like it's just going to, I think things are going to go smoothly. It's just how something started for some of you. But this is the start of something new. This is a new path and a new journey with this person. One more on the Eight of Wands. Yeah, see, both of you, life path, choice, decision, out with the old, in with the new. It is a healing. I do think both of you have gone through that healing, but it is an energy of a big decision. And I do think you're going to be talking and you're going to make decisions together in this connection. Nobody controls. Nobody is in charge of somebody else's whole life. So it's as both of you making decisions together. You're going to be able to talk. I think you're going to be able to really talk well with this person. Yeah. Pretty interesting. If you have a person who asks you out on a date and they don't follow through, that's when you're going to know someone's not interested for the right reasons. I feel like you've got it here. It's all right here. But some of you definitely, I feel, have been working very hard. You're achieving goals. You're independent. You look out for yourself. But I do think now when this person comes in, I think you're going to throw that all out the window in the wash. Well, there's nothing better than having a partner, someone to do stuff with, even if it's working together, play together, whatever it may be, because I do see that. Having some fun, learning to live in the moment. I think you can learn things from each other here too. If you have like I say, it's just, I think you're just both going to make decisions together. I think you're going to do things together and make big life path decisions together. Let me just pull out this other deck here. Let's have a look at the Judgment. Yeah, Ace of Cups. See, somebody's going to offer up the cup. Yeah, look at that. King of Pentacles. See, stability, partnership. They see you as a partner. So this is somebody who definitely wants a partner just like you. So very, very nice. Very nice energy. King of Pentacles, provide. See, this is somebody who's so used to being able to provide. If someone doesn't need to provide, they're not needed. Well, they don't really need me. What do they want? What do they want to achieve here? You know, well, what the Empress wants to achieve is a partner. This person's a partner. Very interesting. Yeah. And if you have choices between two, I definitely can see some of you in the energy, you already know who you would choose. Okay. You already know the person you desire. You already know the person, or you already know who you're going to choose, because the Empress knows. The Empress knows. And that's why I feel it starts like this. Now we have this whole new path here with this person. Yeah, see, celebrating union, people getting together. See, anybody who will introduce you to their friends and family, this person would be proud to introduce their friends and family. And I see people celebrating this union. There is going to be a union. So, and I think there's people here too who are kind of like, I mean, I do see people talking and collaborating about the two of you. But I see us celebrating a union, and I do think this could definitely turn out to be a committed energy. Yeah, the King and Queen of Coins. I mean, there could be married couples here too, but I feel this is going to turn out to be the King and Queen of Pentacles energy, regardless of their sign. But if you have a choice between two, I think you already know the answers you're seeking, who you're going to choose. The person who's confident, the person who doesn't, if they take you out for dinner or spend some time with you, they don't expect anything from you. Because your self-worth makes you very, very desirable to this person. Why? Because they want a partner. They want a partner. They don't want, you know, friends with benefits. They're not looking. If you have somebody who wants friends with benefits, you know, for whatever excuse or reason they're coming up with, you have to look at, are they really a friend? Okay? So, but it's all what it is that you want. And I feel like you already know. I think you know who you're going to choose. And I think you know that one of these energies, if there's two, and I do feel for some of you there is, that you both want partnership, something long term where you have each other's backs. One thing about this person with the King of Wands energy, the person who's confident, they take the lead, they're a natural born leader. That person comes in confident because they already know what they want. So the person who comes in right and they ask you out, they spend time with you. But yeah, often you will get people, if the feminine takes the lead, because there's somebody kind of macho here, sometimes they're a bit taken aback by it. And I feel that's something that may have happened for some of you. But I'm going to tell you, your intuition will tell you if it's off, listen to it. Okay, pay attention to any red flags. But I feel this is about long-term stability. Yeah, King and Queen of Pentacles. I feel this person's hoping for the best, planning, preparing. They are definitely wanting to provide. They are a provider regardless of their sign. So very nice. And I don't think they're in a rush, but I do think once you're both comfortable, it's going to start to feel like home. Things will definitely speed up. Take care. Bye for now.